Wait for people to populate. Not the best lighting. Try over here. Try there. That looks a little bit better. Not as blaring. We'll see how is the audio. Just checking. Let me see if I could go check online here real quick. Just to double check, make sure that audio is cool. Okay, just give it a few more minutes. Test. Okay. Yeah, the audio is on. Let me turn the gain up. Test. Test. I do not know if there's an audio problem. I don't know if someone could comment whether they can hear me or not. If it's low, high. Someone can comment whether they can hear me or not. Oh, there it is. Low, high. Oh, there it is. Okay, just checking myself on that. And then one last test. Test. Okay, so I guess you can hear me. So we should get going with this live stream. I'm just checking myself out on the computer here. So I guess you can hear me. So I'll get going with this live stream. I'll turn that off now. Get everything queued up now. Okay. So, my name is Eric Thurow. I'm the creator and owner of Ninth Man Nation. I want to start off by welcoming you to the live stream, or if you're by chance watching this on the live stream replay. I will also probably download this, depending on quality. For some reason, Facebook doesn't want to record HD quality videos. I tried my phone settings to do HD, so hopefully HD will come out good, and I'll put this up on the YouTube channel. So anyways, for replay back purposes, and it'll be also available here on Facebook for replay purposes as well, and on the video page or on our website. Now, once again, welcome you to Ninth Man Nation, especially those new fans there in Albany, the capital region. My name is Eric Thurow. I'm the content creator and owner of Ninth Man Nation. Basically, let me give you a little background and my AFL experience. I first got involved with the Arena Football League back in 2000. I went to a few SaberCat games here in San Jose. The San Jose SaberCats were here. We had a lot more teams then. You may be joining the team or going to the Albany Empire games and wondering it's going to be just a simple cakewalk season because there's only 3 other teams that the Albany Empire have to face. But at one time, this league was blossoming like crazy. Arenas were averaging roughly around 13,000 people per game at home. We've had attendance as much as 17,000 in the game. Back in the early days of the Tampa Bay Storm, when they first moved to Tampa, Florida, they hosted Arena Bowl actually in the Tropicana Dome there, or Suncrest Field now, where the Tampa Bay Rays played their baseball games. They converted into an arena football field area, and they had like a little over 30,000 people. So they're the attendance holders right now, only because they're in a dome stadium configuration. But anyway, so I'm the founder of Ninth Man Nation. I was a diehard San Jose SaberCats season ticket holder. I was there for 2000 until 2015, so 15 years. It would have continued on if the team had continued on as well. Never missed a home game, even when I was sick. Wasn't sick for too many games. I probably was sick for a couple games, but I mainly just kept to myself. Try not to get, of course, the fans around me sick, but anyways, I never missed a home game. I went to a few road games, mainly to Phoenix area, to the SaberCats, then arch rivals, the Arizona Rattlers, who are now out of arena football. They actually play indoor football. So, with that said, they went down to a lower league, the indoor football. So, with that said, I also went and traveled down to Anaheim when the LA Kiss were around. They're just a more recent team. 2016 was their last year. Their very last game in their franchise was their very first playoff game in franchise history, which unfortunately was their last game of team history. I went down there. I've been down there 3 times, 3 years they were in existence. I went down there at least one time, 3 years. I went down there twice, 1 year in 2016. But covered 3 games with the LA Kiss in 2016. I'll get that on a little bit further involved later on. I ran the fan club starting in 2005. I got involved in a newly established fan club called San Jose's Ninth Man. As you can tell, it's based off of the home team crowd, which is Ninth Man. So you got like in Albany, you got Albany's Ninth Man, you got Philadelphia's Ninth Man, you got Washington's Ninth Man, and then you got Baltimore's Ninth Man. So basically, I was involved in the fan club. I met with the guy that started and ran it out. We got to talking one night and basically came across to that with my knowledge on doing website stuff and doing my social media stuff, that I would be able to help him out a little bit. As time progressed and we got further involved into the season, personal issues had developed on his end. He was unable to fully commit to the site and to the fan club, and asked for me to take it over. So it was about 3/4 of the way into the season in 2005. I took over the fan club with his wishings, and so basically I took it over, and then 2006 it fully launched under me, and I started doing my networking gig and working out the sponsors, getting the fans involved, having community outreaches for the fans. We participated in local parades here, or at least one local parade, the 4th of July parade here, multiple years. Had a good reach out for that. We did viewing parties where we got the road game. The SaberCats would broadcast their games on the local regional sports network here. At the time it was Fox Sports Net, and then it transitioned to, Comcast Sportsnet, and then now it's at NBC Sports Bay Area. But anyways, the regional sports channels. And then we did our viewing parties, and we did an Arena Bowl viewing parties, except for the 2008 Arena Bowl. I was unable to attend that viewing party because I was actually at the game in New Orleans against the Philadelphia Soul. So with that said, I just felt like networking was a great thing. And then in 2013 or something like that, I registered the domain name ninthmannation.net first. And the reason why I said .net, because I wanted to do like a networking site, not a commercial organization or a commerce site like .com is supposed to be. So I did a .net, ninthmannation.net, and didn't really have any structure on it. Didn't create a full-fledged website yet. My intention of Ninth Man Nation at that point was to have basically an arena football league, social networking, where for the member teams that were involved in that year and going forward, the main fan club, the Heart fan club, like for the SaberCats, it was San Jose's Ninth Man, would join that Ninth Man Nation, and because everybody's all Ninth Man for the home team crowd, it would join the Ninth Man Nation. The head member would log in, and then we'll start communicating, just chatting, sharing experiences, posting videos and pictures and everything that we have from basically an Arena Football League, say like Facebook page, I guess you could say, or Facebook. But with further look into it and a lot of stuff, and the availability of my timing, of my availability to run it and make it legit, and then making sure it's, there's no trolls or anything on there, and keep it family oriented, and kids can watch, go on there, free and with parents' consent, of course, to watch videos and say, oh, yeah, I remember going to this game, or sharing things, all that stuff on there, and seeing pictures. Keeping it cool is going to be just too much of involvement for me. That would need like a whole staff of web crew behind me to help me out with that, and I couldn't do it. I still ran the San Jose's Ninth Man all the way up to 2015, like I said, because that's when the last year the team existed. But now, coming to the end of 2015, around the holiday season, I transitioned from running the fan club when it was officially announced that the San Jose SaberCats ceased operations and would not continue their membership into the Arena Football League. And basically that was also 2016 was also another year with West Coast teams. But anyway, so that was last year for the SaberCats. I still had, even though I was upset that we lost our team, I was still loving the Arena Football League. I had friends that I've made throughout the years by going to the Arizona Rattler games and SaberCat games in Phoenix. I met Big John Staples and his wife Michelle. I met Gary Royal. I met a lot of people in Phoenix. At the game we're our rivals, and we'll do a little dirt talking, is in the fun of the sport. But basically, at the end of the conclusion, we all got together and we shared our experiences, and it's just all for fun, and that's what it's. The Arena Football League is one big happy family, and that's, and hopefully when the league comes back, over here to the West Coast, hopefully it'll be not too late, and Arizona Rattlers are still around, and Ron Schertz, who owns the Rattlers, will be in. Maybe he'll allow the partnership with the Phoenix Suns to come involved, to be sort of fitting the model of what the Arena Football League commissioner wants, with the majority owners, or maybe the Coyotes ownership group will come involved in the ownership of the Rattlers. But anyways, that's basically it from that. So 2016 now, we decided, I had a co-host of my podcast, as I'll get involved in it. We started a podcast called Inside the Nation, or actually I started Inside the Nation podcast as a way, not just to have text and pictures on a website, but to get more conversation, to have more experience of different perspectives from around the league. So what I did is I set out to reach, using my communication, to reach out to players that I had reached out to throughout my years with the SaberCats, and contact them and seeing if they would be willing to be on the podcast, whether they're still local, or if we had to do like a Skype in call, which a lot of our conversations that were from players that were away can be expensive. So with that, I'm just getting text messages here, so I hope the audio is staying good. But anyways, so basically I reached out and got local players here. I had like James Hunden on here. I had I've had a lot of people on. I've had Steve Watson on. He was in Arizona, so we did it through Skype. I had the commissioner. He was in Las Vegas, at his home in Las Vegas. Batera, and then I had, Ivan Soto of the Players Union. At the time, Steve Watson was of the Player Union too. He was the executive vice president at that time. He's no longer with the union, but because he got the vote and he served his term. But Ivan Soto, the executive director, was there. He was actually part of the last episode that we had in 2016, We had fans on. Like I said, we had Michelle and John Staples with a game. I flew out to Arizona and I covered, and it was a timing that unfortunately Michelle Staples was going through a battle of cancer, ovarian cancer, and she has won that battle. I mean, I've seen her most recently this past weekend, watching the Arizona Rattlers play in the IFL. So, and she looks healthy and she looks like in spirits and she's enjoying herself. John's there enjoying himself at the games there too. At least they have some kind of, indoor football going, and the Rattlers are still there. I've heard that it's not the same atmosphere or same kind of feeling because it's in a different league and different sport, different rules, all that's a different league, but that's a different point. But anyway, so you make friends and you do that. So I had Gary Royal on the podcast too. I've had broadcasters on like Cedric Bonner and Ari Wolf. I've also had, who else I've had? Slipping my mind. I think I said the commissioner, but yeah. So I've had a pretty much good set of people on. You could go to our website, ninthmannation.net, and click on podcast, which is under media, and you can see an archive of our show. We did 19 episodes in 2016, and last year, 2017, I was only able to do 3 episodes. Unfortunately, I had some personal conflicts with scheduling that every time I would set up to do a podcast or try to get a guest on, it wouldn't work. And then I also didn't have a co-host with me at that time too, so I was going through communication issues with the co-host that had happened before, and he was going through his little scheduling issues with his job. And so basically I come out of pocket and I push for the Ninth Man Nation to come on. So, and I do everything myself, all branding I can. That's why I chose to do this microphone here and show the branding. And I try to get out. I want to create conversation. I like to get the news out for the Arena Football League, push the league, push the fans. I am going to be returning the podcast this year. I think the first couple episodes will be audio only, but eventually I'll be doing video. And then what I'll do is we'll take the video. It'll be up on our YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/ninthmannation. And when I say Ninth Man Nation, it's the number 9 TH as ninth, not the word ninth. So it's the number 9 THMANNATION. So the rest of the word is spelled out, so the number 9, just like in our logos here. So, and I look to to create conversations to further up, and what I'm looking to target to have on guests, anywhere from the commissioner of the league, the executive director. I'll have Ron Jaworski on. Hopefully I could get with him on. I know he's extremely busy, and I think he just started off like a new NFL show with Kevin Baldinger, so I think that's new. But I'll reach out to him. I want to have people on like, Tim Capper on, who does Arena Fan, who's been doing basically sort of what I'm doing here on Ninth Man Nation, but he's been doing it longer. He's more on the social media side and the podcasting side of the show. He should probably live stream it, go on arenafan.com's YouTube channel and live stream his podcasts, and he could utilize their social media too. But anyway, so, and I'll have, different team fans, fans from different teams on eventually. I want to keep this as the voice of fan, just create conversation, share experiences. If you're going and you're buying, that new Flex Pass that allows you to get road game tickets too, as part of your season ticket package, I want to share about that. I want to have different perspectives, different people on there. I want to have the coaches from each team, Rob Keefe, Clint Dozell, anyways, Omar Smith. I know Omar personally, as a former SaberCat, so he's hung out here in San Jose, and we know each other pretty well. And then just have conversations and have people come. It's not going to be a main hard-nosed interview session, like you would see on other, sports talk shows that you see like on ESPN or Fox Sports, where they actually grill the players and everybody on. I want to just create conversations and not really get into a lot. So basically that's what I'm doing here on Ninth Man Nation. I just wanted exposure. I had it might be still up. Actually, it might have expired by now, but yesterday I did a live stream for 1 hour on Instagram, on the Ninth Man Nation Instagram, and it's basically about the same thing, but I was trying to reach different platforms for people. So tomorrow I'll probably have, at this about the same time, 5 o'clock tomorrow Pacific time, I'll have a live stream on the Ninth Man Nation Periscope Twitter feed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably transition you over to watching the website. I'm going to go through a website tour just to introduce you to the website. ninthmannation.net is where the website's located at. You can also get it at ninthmannation.com, which takes you to ninthmannation.net. And I just want to give you the functionality of the website. I know there's been some people already on there from Albany that do it. I just recently responded to a comment that somebody had a question for, so I helped them out. Now, keep in mind, Ninth Man Nation website is its own entity. It's separate from the Arena Football League's website. It's separate from the Arena Football League Players Union's website, and it's separate from each individual team's website. So if you're looking to directly contact with the team or league or the union, I will have links on our contact page to point you to that way. But mainly you have to go through their respective websites and find out their ways of communicating to them. So now let me see if I can go ahead and just change the camera over to look at my website here. Give me a second. Okay, let me get that up there. I'm on a tripod here, so hopefully that will get you good. Okay, that's basically about it. Okay, so basically here's the front page as you scroll up and down. Okay, so I'll just give you familiar. Now, up here you'll have basically almost not real-time live scoring, but you'll have some live scoring here. And this is just a live scoring app, that I have for here. Like, for example, if you click on the first game of the season that's coming up, Washington Valor at the Baltimore Brigade, now you'll see the initial scoring there, and it will say where the date and time is currently located right above the team locations. It will say, what quarter it's in. And that's it. It won't say the time of the game. And then if you click on it, they are clickable links, both from the desktop and from mobile. My website is mobile responsive. Right now it just has the general time and all that stuff. I'm actually going to add a category. I'll probably remove the league category, and I'll put the venue category so you know what venue they're playing in. It's going to be Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. So that's with that part. And that's under AFL. As you can see, the AFL is in red. Let's see if I can get you there. The AFL is in red. If you click on the Arena Bowl 30 logo right next to it, text next to it, you can see the score from last year's Arena Bowl. That will be up there until probably around playoff time. You could click on that just like you just did with like I just did with Washington, but this one has the box scoring basically. It just doesn't have the individual player stats because I am a one-man shop here and I can't get everything done. And anytime you want to go back to home page, just click on the logo and it'll take you back to the home page. Now looking down south, where it says don't miss, this is basically like a ticker tape. Anything that says the category that's up, brigade or sign all arena, you click on it and it'll take you to that posting. It's just basically like a link and it takes you to posting, so it's like a ticker tape kind of thing, like you would see on any like sports websites or news websites. And then of course you got the scrolling graphic here, the featured image graphic of that particular article. So it goes through 6 and then starts back over. So I'll only top it out to 6. And if you were happen to go here and then you missed it, you could click on here because it goes from the most recent posting out here where it says right now onto the right of the graphic. Or you could click on the arrows to the left and to the right to go back, or these little bullet icons on the lower right to click on the selected slide that you want. Okay, now scrolling down, basically here's also the latest news that represent the slides. You can just individually pick. Like I said, there's only 6, so I don't want to overpopulate the home page. Like I said, once I said earlier that I do come out of pocket for this, so one of the only ways I get let me refresh this page. One of the only ways I really get any kind of compensation back for hosting the site, which cost me a little bit of money, not too much, but I do. Usually it's right here. My ad blocker is probably blocking it, but I do have a Google AdSense advertisement right here, and then I have like another one right here, storage, and that's basically it on the website. That's just very pennies on the dollar that Google AdSense get per click. The more clicks and views on the website, of course, it will go up. So that's one way I get revenue back from hosting the website and all the work I do through this in time. Now we're going to go over here to basically the third column here, which is the widgetized area. I do have a current poll running. It'll be a weekly poll. Right now it's asking, what are your thoughts on the new playoff rules, a home and home 2-game series? So basically you could choose whatever you want. Let's say I like it. So I'll choose I like it, and then I'll hit vote. So, and then it'll automatically process it, and then goes over to let you to see the results. So, but you notice that you can only vote once, so you can't go back. Then right below it is a subscription to the Inside the Nation newsletter. We have a weekly newsletter that goes out on Tuesdays. I've already sent one out for last Tuesday. That went out. And then I usually tweet and post on Facebook page here, like a link to the newsletter, and it gives you the option to look at it, and then you can also see past issues, and you could possibly even sign up for the newsletter right there on that link. But here you could go ahead and just sign up for quick access, easy form for newsletter. And then right below it's the Inside the Nation text alerts. This is probably something that nothing of the Arena Football League is doing. You just enter your mobile number, click you submit, and then you scroll down, you hit sign me up. And basically with the text alerts, I'm going to utilize that to reach out to you via sending you breaking news, score updates, just basically through the quarters, and then final scores, attendance, information upon receiving, and the final scores will have a link to a game recap article on the website, and that's basically it, just breaking news, and also when new podcast alerts. So it won't be a spamming text system, just upon when it needs to, breaking news, and the score updates. So that's basically it. And the newsletter is free to subscribe, of course. The text alerts are free to subscribe, but just you can stop at any time. But if you do not have unlimited text messages and you happen to go over your limit, it depends on your carrier. So it depends on your carrier if you want that. Now, as I said about getting compensation payback, I have an account on Patreon.com. So what Patreon is a crowdfunding source for content creators. You'll probably see that a lot on YouTube, and maybe some also on Twitch. But I have a lot of other YouTube channels too, besides the Ninth Man Nation YouTube channel. I have like 3 or 4 other YouTube channels that I own, and a couple that I help out with. This is another way that I can get compensation. It's a voluntary thing by you, the viewer or the member of Ninth Man Nation, if you want to contribute and help keep the process of Ninth Man Nation strong, growing. And I eventually used to get some funding for, like doing our video show Inside the Nation, which is coming soon, and I'll be getting to that momentarily. And helping improve the quality of the technology, 4K, getting new computers, new laptop, microphones, lighting, whatever consists to make the quality of the video production or the audio production good. So you could do like $1 a month and then cancel anytime, or you could do $100 a month, cancel anytime, or you could just do like a one-time payment of $100 or $5 or whatever. It's all on you. Of course, if you do $1, I think Patreon takes off like around 9 cents out of that. So out of that $1, it's like a 91-cent contribution, because Patreon takes their little, cut too. And I have nothing to do with that. So anyways, and then on the bottom, you have all these buttons right here for other articles. There's 55 pages of articles that have piled up over the multiple years. And then on the footer, you have just basically some generic navigations, which will take you back to the home page, which is where we're at. It'll take you to the About page, which I'll go through momentarily, as well as the other links here. Latest news, podcasts, video, newsletter, sign-up page, and then Contact Us page. So that's the home page for Ninth Man Nation. Now let's go through the navigation. This is all desktop. We'll hook you up on the mobile platform navigation first, and make sure I can get you back there good. Okay. Now let's go up here to the About page. This is the general About page. There's going to be a little bit of content actually on the top here above my picture, with a brief summary about Ninth Man Nation as a whole and what its focus and target. And then you have a little bit of information about me, my background. I said that earlier here in the live stream. And then you have the social media accounts basically of all of Ninth Man Nation, which I run. So I don't have like a personal Ninth Man Nation employee, kind of representative social media. That'll be a duplicate thing. I just run the main Ninth Man Nation, and so it's all branded Ninth Man Nation, except for the Snapchat, which is branded inside the nation, only because the number 9 couldn't be used as to start with your username over there in Snapchat. But so we have a Facebook page as you're on right now. What's up, Chris? Mora joining. What's up, Chris? Photographer elite there. So there's our Facebook page as you're on right now, and you can see it says that we're live right there, but I'm not going to do that. And then we have a new way of reaching out to you, which is Facebook Messenger. Most likely I'll have to sign into it. I guess I am signed into it. I forgot to log out earlier. But basically, there's a way you can subscribe to our messenger. It's sort of the way like newsletter, email, but this makes it more personable, and I can get out to you. So I'm in the involved of developing that right now. So I'm not ready to launch it, but it's there. And then we have our Google Plus page. Being associated with Google helps with, search engine optimization and the placement on Google. So Google Plus page is a good thing. It's not a profile. It's an actual business page. And it's connected to our YouTube channel, which is right here. ninthmannation.tv was my site for it, but I had to let it expire. So it's just youtube.com/ninthmannation. So there's some videos, like this video will be placed on here in the coming hours once I get done with it. And of course the video show will be going on here. I also have playlists on here that have like the Baltimore Brigade show, the Washington Valor show, the Inside the Nation podcast will be on the playlist right here, and some other features are on here too. So that's the YouTube after Google Plus. Now we also have Tumblr, which is not recognizable, usable. It's another forum, way to reach out to people who may be on news. Tumblr does have a lot of viewers on there and users on there, so it's another way to reach out and to give exposure to our league. And then of course we have Instagram. So you can see the Instagram pictures here, and you can follow us on Instagram. Like I said yesterday, we did that IG live yesterday, basically going over the same thing we're going over here. We have the Twitter. So as you see, the last posting was notifying people of this live stream. And we have Inside the Nation over there on Snapchat. You can add us on Snapchat. And then, of course, we have Spreaker. Spreaker is our podcasting hosting platform. We used to do SoundCloud, and that was our hosting tour. Basically, we would record the episode, have the audio file, and then after everything was okay, usually we do like a live stream one-take thing with our audio file and podcasting. We try to keep it like natural conversation, and I would upload it to SoundCloud. But I switched over to Spreaker for a couple things. One, monetization. So it's this is like the third way I could get some compensation back from hosting and doing all the efforts through here. So yeah, Spreaker does monetize it. And eventually, I forgot to mention this yesterday, but eventually I'm going to be coming out with my own Inside the Nation podcast mobile app for iOS. I'm in the process of doing the graphics for it right now, and it'll be hosted through Spreaker. But it will be our mobile app, and it'll be our own app that you could download on iOS. I'm not sure when they're going to come up with Android, but as long as we have something out there. So I'm trying to get us out there and exposed, or published out there for people's content. Here's another gentleman. His name is Victor Santiago. He's also been a long-time SaberCat fan. Actually, he was a SaberCat fan before I was. I think he started in like the mid-90s. But he's transitioned. He's helping me out from time to time with Ninth Man Nation as a contributor and a photographer, mostly like a social media photographer. So I basically have set him up with a Facebook page. Of course, you can get him on Messenger. We're working on the Messenger part, Twitter and Instagram. His user handle on all his social media is at Victor and then the number 9 THMAN. So Victor Ninth Man. That's his handle. Be sure to go follow him and on Twitter, Instagram, and like his page. It's new content coming shortly. Now, if you go back up to link, we got the teams here. I just have them listed alphabetically by their locale, so there's no favoritism to them. So we'll go to Albany Empire. This should take you to their team page. Now, keep in mind, this is just a team page I put in that has some general contact information that you can reach them at, but it is by no way their official site. Their official site for the Albany Empire is thealbanyempire.com, and I do have a link right here where it says team website, and you could go over here and link to it, and I have a link to their merchandise shop. And if you click here, Team Radio, the Alt 105.7 FM live stream, when they do their games, they'll be broadcasted live on this station. You could click here, and it'll begin playing for you, and you can listen to the game live. Here's their schedule. This is all 12 of their games. Once games become final, and the times are all Pacific time because I'm here on San Jose. And then Pacific time, like once the game and the results will be posted here accordingly. And then here's their venues where they'll be playing at. Here's their viewing channel, video channel. They don't have a YouTube channel yet, or I don't even think they plan on having a YouTube channel that I know. I could reach out to them, and I'll probably try to suggest that they do get a YouTube channel. And then here's their social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So basically each team's site, as I'm just going to click through them individually, are basically pretty much the same. They're all uniformed, so they're not to really show any favoritism. So you got their social media. This is my YouTube channel right here, actually embedded, but I have the episodes of Brick by Brick for the Baltimore Brigade on here in a playlist, so you can watch. Eventually I'll have all 5 episodes up. And then the Philadelphia Soul. Only difference here, right here, you can stream right here. I have embedded a tune-in player that you click on the play button, and it will stream 97.5 The Fanatic, which in the years past has been the official broadcast, radio broadcast for the Soul. So you can just listen right there, and there's their schedule. There's a video channel. There's their Twitter. They don't really utilize their YouTube for whatever reason. They put little cliplets that's up there, but so I just put their most recent video they have. And then the Washington Valor. So, and this is their same. This is like their indoor game. It's like like the Brick by Brick over Baltimore, but this is 12 episodes right there. And then their social handles or their social accounts. The news page is on here. Basically takes you to a longer link of all the news archives, which you can still access from page 1, the home page. So there's no really difference there. I might eventually just remove that, so that way I can maybe make room for like a home button up here, because I only am limited to a certain amount of links on top for this design of this WordPress theme. I might remove that and just to put a home button so you can navigate back to the home page easier, besides just going to the small logo. Schedule, you go down to 2018 schedule. I have all the scheduled games right here, the entire league schedule. I think this only fits around 20 games or 25 games. And you can click on X, and there's the remaining of the season games. So they're all there. And then eventually, of course, under the results will be posted right here in this 4th column. Broadcast schedule. It's been confirmed yesterday that CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting the games this year. They have 1 year left on the contract, so the schedule is probably being worked on by the league office right now to say where. And I'm sure that the very first game of the year for the Albany Empire and the Philadelphia Soul will be broadcasted on CBS Sports Network. And hopefully they could get Sed Bonner and Ari, especially Ari Wolf, in that broadcast booth, because Ari is a veteran, old school, original Albany Firebird broadcaster. He did the radio side. And then I have the stream schedule, which will be posted right here as well. So that's coming soon, depending on how they're going to work the stream, if they're going to have a contract with Twitter again and do it like they did last year, and say what games they'll be on. Of course, it'll probably be the opposing game that's not on CBS Sports Network. So, like, for example, the opening weekend, if we get the Albany hosting Philadelphia Soul on CBS Sports Network, then the stream game will be the Friday game with Baltimore hosting Washington. So, and that's how that would work. My personal preference is Twitter was a good thing to reach out. It was a start in the right direction for the league, but I believe they need to utilize what they do have is a YouTube channel. They do have it, and I believe they need to put their live streams on YouTube. YouTube is, after all, a sister company to Google and is owned by Alphabet, Google's parent company, and makes it the second largest search engine in the world. So that's the main point. So let's get there. Now let's move over to media. Under media, we got the podcast page. So here's the Inside in the Nation podcast. This is a way you can see myself. This is former SaberCat James Hunden. We had him on the conversation, and then this gentleman right here, you can't really see him, but this was the co-host, Tom Jones. And then over here with the hat, that's David Barkley. He was from the San Francisco Examiner, examiner.com. So I had him as a guest, media, and we had James Hunden on that particular episode. So, and then here's our player through Spreaker. It's impossible. All the episodes are archived here, and as new episodes become available, they will be posted here. Most recent on top, 22 episodes. Our podcasts are available on other platforms, so you could click on the button here to go to that platform and follow us of your preference. Spreaker, like I said, we're on Apple Podcasts, which is the newly branded podcast channel for Apple. You can also still, from your desktop, still launch iTunes, and it'll still work. SoundCloud, this only does 3 episodes. To get more than 3 episodes, you have to pay like a massive amount. Google Play Music, all the episodes. This is desktop only. For whatever reason, the Google Play Music app doesn't do podcasting. I don't get that. If it does, I can't find it anywhere. But this is a link to the desktop. TuneIn Radio, desktop, mobile. Stitcher Radio, desktop, mobile. Auto Radio is also desktop, mobile. Acast is desktop, mobile. Overcast, desktop, mobile. And Castbox, desktop, mobile. So all these have their own mobile apps that you could download for both Android and iOS, and you can listen to it. And another thing about our podcast, that we are also on the Home Assistant. So if you have an Amazon Echo, Apple Siri, of course, Apple Siri will have it, and they'll play our podcast from the Apple Podcast TuneIn, channel. And then with the Amazon Echo, it'll play our podcasts from the TuneIn feature that they get their live streams from. Or if you have the Spreaker skill enabled in your Echo app, I don't want to say her name because she's right here in my room here. She'll hear me. But if you want to enable the Spreaker skill on your app, you could play it through. You just have to ask it to play our podcast through Spreaker. And then the Google Home Assistant, you can also do that there too. So we are on the Home Assistant. So that's our podcasts. And then go back to stats now. The 2018 attendance. We will have attendance on here, basically the last home game he posted, and then a running total of all their home games. And then, of course, the team history. So you can see here accurate counts of the team history. Right now, the last home games are for Baltimore, Philly, and Washington, as, of course, Albany has not had a home game yet. And then the last home game of the season from last year, that's what's on here. And another thing, though, I forgot real quick here, there's a caption here on below it. Basically, it's explaining how they calculate and announce attendance. And this not is just specific to the Arena Football League. This is specific to all sporting events. So basically, if an individual ticket is printed out and handed to somebody, whether it be via being paid or sponsorships or whatever, if it's printed out, that counts as attendance. Whether you actually take that ticket and it's used at the game and your butt is in the game or in the seat at the game at the arena, that doesn't matter. It's just a matter of that the ticket was physically printed and issued. That counts as attendance and tickets printed. So it's basically not really, attendance. It's basically more tickets printed out. Then that what they count, and that number is usually higher than what's actually physically at the arena. So they take the higher number for more marketing purpose and sales and sponsorships. So they can say, well, we've printed out this many tickets, so to a sponsorship as a way to get them the sponsors, and that this is what you could see your brand getting viewed at. So that's basically how it worked out. So that's just to make sure, because a lot of times a conversation has been held on social media that, well, you announced so many people there on in attendance, but yet when I was there at the game, I didn't see it like to being like that many people. It was a lot less. So, and that's the reason why. So they announced the ticket printing, not really the people in the seats. And then 2018 standings. So here's our standings. Oh, Albany is in first place already now. Everybody has a big goose egg season start, but they'll be updated here. Win, loss, ties, win percentage, the amounts each team has scored, and the amount each team has allowed against them. So points for and points against, and then the win streaks. The only time the win streak starts over is basically after the bye week, because nobody played that game, so you can't have a streak into a bye and continue your streak after the bye because you didn't play. So you had a week off, so your streak starts over. That's basically how I calculate that. And then, of course, you got the past attendance. Oh, that was a mistake. Don't click on the actual main link. If there's a hover over a submenu, click on the submenu item. So 2017 attendance, 2017 weekly attendance, past results. I'll click on that. That's a little more interesting than the attendance. And as you can see the past results of all last year's games. So, for example, if you want to see like last year's playoff game between the Cleveland Gladiators and the Tampa Bay Storm, which was the right for the Reno Bowl appearance, you can click on the name and it'll tell you the store, and it'll give you the venue, the box score, and like I said, the individual team stuff is not really on there, but I'm a one-man shop, but I'm going to be working on it probably again like just a team running category, so the team through how many yards, not the individual players. It's too much involvement to get the stats of each and every individual player. There's more players than there are at me. So to keep it accurate, and which is what I would want to do, I'm not going to do that. So unless I get some more people behind me, and then like that was 2017 results, and then the past standings here. Like I said, don't hit the sub menu. Do what I say, not what I do. 2017 standings, as you can see, here's the results from last year. And now we go over here to the next category, which is AFL 101. This is more targeted for people who are not aware of the AFL. Christopher Mabry, welcome to the live stream. Let's go Soul. Yep, they're going for a three-peat. So let's see if they could do it. AFL rules. You click on here. This is certified information from the league office. And this is on here. The field dimensions are the same. Albany's probably remembering that from the even the AF2 days, because it's the same. AF2 was basically owned by the AFL, 51% stake. That's why they were able to last 2009. And then they had this cease operations on the new agreement, contract agreement in 2010 took over. So that's the rules there. And then the playoff procedures, which were just recently revamped 2 weeks ago. Here they are right here. It's pretty simple, straightforward. Only got 4 teams. But I'm sure, as more teams get involved and join the league in the coming years, including next year, the playoff procedures will change on how the teams become available. And then lastly, on the top navigation is the newsletter. You can subscribe to our newsletter. Like I said, it goes out once a year. You could do it. You can even sign up from the Facebook page. You notice that there's like that blue call to action button which says sign up. That takes you to our newsletter so you can sign up. I want to know what city you are, and then I have a drop down to a little bit more interactive and personable. I can know which team is your favorite team. Not to say that if you're like Christopher Mabry here said that he's a Soul fan. Let's go Soul. He may not be from Philadelphia. He may be from somewhere neighboring Philadelphia, or he may be somewhere from across the country. Used to live in Philly or whatever, but he's a Soul fan. So that's the reason why I put city on here and all that stuff. So I want to know like your region and how you reach out to which team you like. So that's the navigation, the main overall navigations with the website. I'm going back to the homepage real quick, and then the one last thing on the homepage I forgot, there's also links to our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, and YouTube. There's an RSS feed here, but I've been trying to work at getting it out. I don't have an RSS feed, so there's nothing you need to worry about that. Let me scroll down to the bottom footer, because there's one more page that didn't show up, but it's only available right here. Our contact page. You can get in contact with our online forum here through email. I had to put a little footnote here saying that basically reads, please be advised that your messages will be sent to the staff of Ninth Man Nation, a Thurow media property, the Arena Football League Players Union, nor any of the membership teams will receive any message from within our site. Please visit their official websites to their contact information. For their contact information, thank you. Because I have received emails from just like 2 or 3, not too big of a deal, but I have answered, and I eventually did point the people in the right direction of reaching out to teams, and there was a couple of players that reached out to get coaches even. So whether they were already on the team or not, but just they wanted information about certain things. And I just had to say, wrong email, here's the correct information to direct your contact. So here's our website. Now, if you notice over here on the very, very top left corner, there's 3 lines. You usually see these in mobile platforms. So yeah, we are mobile. So you click on it. Of course, you have our social media handles again here. It's the exact same as before. And then here's our mobile menu. So when you're on your mobile device, this is the menu that you'll see. Besides the ones in our footer. Latest news, the 2018 schedule, podcast, video, the AFL Classic, which I think I took to you. I don't know, I might skip that. Newsletter, text alerts, and contact. And then click X to cancel. Then over on here, you could click on the magnifying glass, and you could search for anything within our website. Yeah, I believe I did pass up. Yeah, podcast I went to, but then I passed up the video page, which the next video up on our video page will be part of the replay of this live stream. So that's there. That's our YouTube channel. And then AFL Classic basically plays old school Arena Football League games, mainly through NFL Network streams. The Arena Football League has a partnership with Film On TV. So you could go to filmon.com, and then in their search fields type in AFL Classics, and it'll take you right to this channel, or you just come right here, like a one-stop shop for everything. And apparently this is the same game they were trying to stream yesterday, so I might have to reach out to them, see if this is the only game they're streaming now. From the past, it's a playoff game from like 6 years ago. Utah Blaze, San Antonio Talons for Arena Bowl 25 rights. So basically that's that. I'll go back to homepage like really quick. That's the base of the website. Now give me a minute as I switch over to me. Back to me. Upsy daisy. Fix the lighting. Okay, so that's basically the tour of the website. I want to keep it really interactive. I want to be able to reach out to you guys, personally share information, and let you be in the know what's going on league-wide. I'm building a great relationship with the league office, and that's number one. I got some good relationship with some of the teams, and then I tried to just, be an unbiased partner, whether for the teams, like with the CBA deal, whether I'm for the teams, for the players, or for the coaches, for the league, whatever. I just try to present you what's going on, and I don't really do a lot of chit-chattering back and forth kind of things on social media. I wait till the actual events come forth. I know of recent last week there was back and forth going on Twitter regarding the collective bargaining agreement and whether it's going to be signed or when it's going to be signed or what should be or what the holdup was or whatever. I waited until it was officially announced, and I received the press release from it, posted it up on the Ninth Man Nation website, and I shared a link to it on our social handles. So that's what I do. I just want to keep it fun, and hopefully players and you fans, the Ninth Man there, you guys could go out to your games, have a great time, enjoy the games. Excuse me, my voice is going, but enjoy the games and share experiences with everybody. you can have. I know with the league-wide pass now ticket system, there's going to be more fans from opposing teams, I'm sure, coming into your home arena. Welcome them, but talk a little, competition talk, between the teams, but overall, just have fun. It's a lifelong experience. Plus, it's family oriented, and plus, there's going to be a lot of kids there that want to come to the games, and it's fun. And it's just be positive and that's the way that it should go. That's because it's a life experience. Fun Arena Football League is an entertainment package, and it's supposed to be entertaining and fun. So, I guess with that said, that will end up with any live stream further on for today. Let me just see if there's any more comments. Nope. I guess I'm sure there'll be more comments left in the description or in the comment box below, both here, and then I'm going to be uploading this as soon as it becomes available for replay on the Facebook page over on YouTube, and then I'll embed it on the website here for playback. So I guess that's it. Mary, if you want to reach out to us, just go to our website and hit contact us, and you can reach out to us, hit us up on social media. But if you want to be in the know, subscribe, follow us on our social media accounts, subscribe to our YouTube channel, our podcasts, newsletter, and in the future, so you can subscribe to us on Messenger, via Facebook, the Facebook Messenger, and subscribe to text alerts. So just do that, and that's will keep you in the latest know. And of course, we won't spam any of those platforms. We will send you information as we receive them. News information is coming out spamming this week only because there's a lot of work being done by the teams to get their roster up to to 45, I think it is, and then they have to cut it down to 24 by Saturday, I believe, or at the end of training camp. 24 for the final roster, which is April 6th, I think is the final day of training camp for the teams. So with that said, I want to thank you for tuning in to this Facebook Live. I'll be going live on Twitter/Periscope tomorrow, roughly around the same time, talking about the same thing. So if you came in late, you could either watch the replay here, or if you have more questions, you could just join in tomorrow via Periscope and Twitter. And I'll be doing it directly through the Periscope app. I can manage that a little bit better than the way that Twitter is, and I won't get all the notifications that Twitter sends to disrupt me. So that's it. Thank you for watching. My name is Eric Thurow, Ninth Man Nation, and hopefully we'll see you at the arena. And have a good time. Talk to you later. Bye.